Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Future I. Dear student, in this class I am going to explain multiple choice questions from the chapter Coordinate Geometry. Before going to start this class, there is a request from my side. Still, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and share the video. This chapter multiple choice question I am going to complete in two parts, and this is related to part number 1. Now let's start the class. Coordinate geometry. Children, from this chapter you are going to get 4 marks for your examination. First, let us remind important concept and formulae which comes under this chapter. First one, the distance between Px1 y1 and Qx2 y2 is, distance finding formula, children, very important. Definitely you will be having one question on this formula. Root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And this formula we can be written like this also. Root over x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. In case if they ask this formula for multiple choice question, and if you don't have this in your option as answer, then you have to go through this option. Second point, the distance of a point Px comma y from the origin is. This formula is used to find the distance of a point from origin, that is root over x square plus y square. Children, this formula also very important. Next point, the coordinates of point P, which divides the line segment joining the point A and B internally in the ratio m1 is to m2 r. It is section formula, children. Let me make you to understand when we have to use this formula. Look at this line segment. So here there is a line segment AB, and this line segment is divided by this point P. So this point P dividing this line segment in 2:3 ratio. So whenever the point is dividing a line segment in any ratio, in that case we will use this formula. So formula is m1x2 plus m2x1 by m1 plus m2, m1y2 plus m2y1 by m1 plus m2. And very important thing you wanted to observe in this formula is, see, nowhere we have negative symbol. Everywhere here we have positive sign only. So why I am repeating this one is, in model question paper 2 they asked this formula, so hence learn this formula very well. Next, let us move on to the another point. The midpoint of the line segment joining the point P and Q. So x equals to x1 plus x2 by 2, y equals to y1 plus y2 by 2. See, let me make you to understand when we have to use this formula. See, here there is a line segment PQ, and this line segment is divided by this point A in the ratio 1:1. Means equal ratio. Maybe 1:1 or 2:2 or 5:5. See, compared to last point and for this formula, for section formula and for this formula, is that formula will be used especially when a point is dividing line segment in different ratio. If you use it for equal ratio also you will get it, but it takes more time if you use that formula. But when a point is dividing a line segment in equal ratio, if we use this formula, we will get answer very quickly. Hence, this formula also we wanted to keep it in the mind. So x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. And another thing here is this, they may give it as x2 plus x1 because positive sign there. So as you add two numbers in different way, the sum will be same. So here also they may reverse this one, y2 by y1 they can write. Next, let us move on to another point, the area of triangle. This formula we use to find area of the triangle when three vertices are given. So that is half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So very important formula, practice well children. Next, let us move on to some note. To show that a given figure, see first one, to show isosceles triangle, we have to prove that two sides are equal. We have to show it two sides are equal. For example, they'll give you 3 point vertices and they'll ask whether it is isosceles triangle or equiangular triangle or scalene triangle or right angle triangle. So to show scalene triangle, you have to show that any two sides are equal. To show equilateral triangle, we have to show that all three sides are equal. To show right angle triangle, we have to satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. And you know that how to satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. So square of any one side is equals to sum of squares of other two sides. If we show this, we can easily say it is right angle triangle. If it's not satisfied, it's not a right angle triangle. It may be any other type of the triangles. So to show parallelogram, we have to show that opposite sides are equal. To show rectangle, we have to show that opposite sides are equal as well as diagonals are equal. I have seen many children will show only opposite sides are equal and they never show diagonals are equal. So in that case, it goes wrong children. So to show rectangle, you have to show opposite sides are equal and diagonals are also equal. So to show rhombus, we have to show all sides are equal. And to show square, we have to show that all sides are equal as well as diagonals are equal. And to show triangle, we have to show that sum of any two sides is greater than its third side. And the last one, to show collinear points, we have to show that sum of any two sides must be equal to third side. See, to show triangle, sum of any two sides must be greater than the third side. And to show that collinear point, sum of any two sides must be equal to third side. Now let us move on to the question section children. The coordinates of origin is, so origin means, so where two axes meet, where x and y axis meet, that point we call it as origin. And origin coordinates are always 0, 0. Hence option B is correct. Move on to the next one. The point of coordinates satisfying 2x plus y equals to 6 is. Children, first understand the problem. Here they have given a set of points, coordinates of the point given, and they are asking which coordinate satisfies this equation. So to check for that, first consider the given equation and substitute x and y values. So 1, 1. If you take 1, 1, so you never get 6 as answer. So let me check for 2, 2. So x value also 2 and y value also 2. So in the place of x, I substituted 2 and in the place of y also I substituted 2. Now let us simplify this children. So 2 2s are 4 and remaining things you write as it is. Now add 4 plus 2 is 6. So now we have got 6 equals to 6. It means this coordinate satisfying this equation. Hence the correct option is B. Move on to the next one. The perpendicular distance of point P4, 3 from x-axis is. We have option 4 units, 1 unit, 3 units, 5 units. Children, to make you to understand better, let me take a graph. See here, 4 comma 3 means 4 is here and 3 is here. So both are coordinating here. Now this point is how much distance from x-axis? How far it is from x-axis? So count 1, 2 and 3 units. See, I wanted to tell you one very important thing. Whenever they are asking a perpendicular distance from x-axis, you wanted to write y value. See, in the given coordinate. So just look at the problem. In the given coordinate, y value is 3. Hence, it will be 3 units distance from x-axis. In case if they ask for y-axis distance, from y-axis, how much far it is. In that case, you have to write x value. So that is a very important thing you want to keep in mind. Hence, option C is correct. Move on to the next one. The area of triangle whose vertices are 1, minus 1, minus 4, 6, minus 3, minus 5 is. So 21, 32, 24, 25. Children, it is a direct question. So first consider the formula and substitute the values. So this will be what? X1. This will be Y1. So this will be X2. And this will be Y2. And this will be X3. And this will be Y3. Now let us substitute in this formula all the values children. See here, half as it is. X1 value is how much? 1. Y2 value is how much? So that is 6. So Y3 value is how much? That is minus 5. So here also minus is there. So minus into minus, it will become plus 5. So X2 value is minus 4. Y3 value is minus 5. Y1 value is minus 1 there. Hence it has become plus 1. So X3 value is minus 3. Y1 value is minus 1. Y2 value is 6. Now let us simplify this one children. So first let me add these two. So 6 plus 5 is 11. We get 11 here. So here minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. Minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7. Now let us simplify again. So multiplier 1 into 11 is 11. So minus into minus is plus. 4 4s are how much? 16. So again minus into minus is plus. So 3 7s are how much? 21. Now let us add all three numbers. So 11 plus 16 is 27. 27 plus 21 is 48. Now we can simplify here. 2 1s are, 2 2s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. Therefore answer is 24 square units. So correct option is C. Move on to the next one children. The distance between Px, y from origin is 10 units. Then the coordinate of P is. So these are options 6, 4, 8, 6, 5, 5 and 10, 10. Children, first understand the problem. So the distance between Px, y from origin is 10 units. So here they are talking about origin. Hence we have to use the formula root x square plus y square. And the distance is given, that is 10 units. The distance is given, we have to find the coordinates. So for that, first consider the formula and distance is given. Hence in the place of d substitute 10. And which values you will get and you will satisfy. If you take first a1, it doesn't give our answer 10 units from the distance. 10 units as distance from origin. So hence take the second point. B option. So x value is 8 and y value is 6. So substitute in this now. So x value is 8 and y value is how much? 6. So substituted 6. Now 8 square means how much? 64. 6 square means 36. Now add these two. So we get 100. So if you add these two, 100 we will get. So root 100 means 10. See, 10 equals to 10. It means when you take the coordinates 8, 6, we get a distance from origin is 10. So if you check it for other coordinates, you never get 10 units. Hence the correct option is B. Move on to the next one, children. If the midpoint of A x comma y and B 4 comma 7 is P 3 comma 5, then the coordinates of A is. So options are 2 comma 6, 7 comma 12, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3. Children, see here, they are talking about midpoint. Means the formula which I said, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, that formula we have to use. So the line segment name is A and B. So it is divided by the point P, and B, P coordinates they have given, A coordinates we need to find. So to find that, we have to use the formula, that is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. And here now it is x1, children, and it is y1, children, and it is x2, and this is y2, and these are x comma y. Substitute the values, children. The place of coordinates of midpoint, x comma y values 3 comma 5 you take. Now x1 means how much? That is x itself. So x2 means how much? That is 4, and 2 you write as it is. Next, children, so y1. So where is y1? Y1 is here. So write y, and y2 is 7. So write 7. Now let us simplify this. See, 3 is equals to this, and 5 is equals to this. I mean y plus 7 by 2. Now let us equate the points just like this. 3 equals to this, and y equals to, 5 equals to this. Now let us solve these things, children. So here let us do the cross multiplication. So 1 into x is, 1 into x plus 4. So that is x plus 4, and equals to 3 into 2 is 6. Similarly, here if you don't have anything, means 1 will be there. Anything is multiplied by 1, we get same thing. So before that, let us solve this one, children. So this 4 you transfer this side, we get 6 minus 4, and then we get x equals to 2. Next, come here. As I said, anything is multiplied by 1, we get same thing, that is y plus 7, and 5 2s are 10. Now this 7 you transfer this side, children. So 7 transfer this side, we get it as minus 7. So we get y value is 3. So the points are 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 belongs to D. Therefore the correct option D, 2 comma 3. Move on to the next one. The distance between points A 0 comma 6 and B 0 comma minus 2 is. So we have to find here distance of these 2 points. So we have to use distance formula only. So that is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substitute the values, children. So before that, let me mark here, this is x1 and this is y1, and this is x2 and this is y2. Substitute the values now. So x2 is there, so x2 is here 0, and x1 also 0. y2 is minus 2, and y1 is 6. Substituted, and let us simplify this one now, children. So 0 comma 0 means 0 only. Minus 2 minus 6 minus 8. So now here minus 8 whole square means how much? Minus 8 into minus 8, it gives plus 64. So 0 plus 64 is 64 units. So 64 has exact root, that is 8. Hence the correct option is B. Move on to the next one, children. If the distance between points 2 comma minus 2 and minus 1 comma x is 5, one of the values of x is, see, understand the problem first. The distance between these 2 points given, that is 5, and they are asking to find this value, x value they are asking to find. So distance formula only we have to use, children. So take the distance formula and substitute the values, and you all know it. X2 values, which one? Minus 1. See, minus 1. X1 values 2, and y2 values, which one? X. Y1 values minus 2. So here minus is there, hence minus into minus, it has become plus 2 whole square. So next, let us simplify this, and don't forget to write in the place of distance 5. So minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So remaining things you write as it is. Now here square root is the right. This square root you transfer this side, we get it square. So 5 square means 25. And here minus 3 whole square means we get it 9. Next, this 9 you transfer this side, we get it 25 minus 9, and this you write as it is. So 25 minus 9 gives 16, and this will be as it is. Now again this square you transfer this side, so it will become root 16. Root 16 means what is the value? That is 4, which equals to x plus 2. Now this 2 you transfer this side, we get 4 minus 2, and which gives our answer x equals to 2. Therefore option B is correct. Move on to the next one, children. The midpoint of the line segment joining the points A minus 2 comma 8 and B minus 6 comma minus 4 is. Options are minus 4 comma minus 6, 2 comma 6, minus 4 comma 2, 4 comma 2. Understand the problem. Here we have to find midpoint of the line segment. So these are the coordinates of the end points of line segment. I mean A and B coordinate they have given. So they are clearly talking about midpoint in the problem, children. Hence we have to use the section formula, that's sub 1. I mean second one. So x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Substitute the values. So x1 value is how much? This is x1 minus 2, and x2 value is how much? Minus 6. So we'll get the minus 2 minus 6 by 2, and y1 plus y2. y1 is 8, y2 is minus 4. So 8 minus 4. Now let us simplify this, children. Answer for this now, minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. Now let us cancel here 2 ones and 2 fours. And similarly here 2 ones and 2 twos. So we have got minus 4 and 2. So which option is correct now? Option C. Move on to the next one, children. The points A 9, 0, B 9, 6, C minus 9, 6 and D minus 9, 0 are the vertices of square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezium. So to check this, we have to find AB distance, BC distance, CD distance as well as AD distance by using distance formula. First let me find AB distance. Now substitute the values, children, and you are familiar with this, how to substitute the values. So x2, so x2 value is 9, x1 value is also 9, and y2 is 6 and y1 is 0. So we have got this. Now let us simplify this. 9 minus 9 is how much, children? 0. So here we get 0, and here 6 minus 0 is how much? 6. So 6 square means we will get it 36. So 0 add to 36, how much we will get? 36 only. So root 36 means we will get 6. Similarly find for now BC, children. Now add these two. So minus 9 is minus 18 we get. So minus 18. So minus 18 whole square. So plus. So here 6 minus 6 is 0. 0 square means 0 only. So here as I said, how much we will get? Minus 18 whole square. So square and square root will get cancelled, isn't it? So now what is left out? Only 18 will be left out for us. So similarly let us find CD. Substitute the values here. After substituting we get this. Now let us simplify this. Minus 9 plus 9 we get it 0, children. And here 0 minus 6 is minus 6. So minus 6 whole square means we get 36 only. So 0 add to 36. So how much we will get? 36. Root 36 means 6. Similarly let us add DA. We get here minus 9 means minus 18 square. And here we will get it 0 only. As I said, square and square root will get cancelled. So what will be left out? 18. Now observe the values. So here two sides of opposite things are equal. I mean opposite sides are equal. Next let us check the diagonals. I mean AC. For AC also we wanted to check, children. And simplify this one. So minus 9 into minus 9. Again we get plus 18 whole square. isn't it? So plus 18 whole square means we get that 324. So here we get it 6. So 6 square means 36. So 324 plus 36. We get root 388. Again, we can simplify this children. We can write it as 4 into 97. So root is present for 4 as well as for 97. Root 4 means 2. So 97 means 97. 2 root 97. Next BD. Substitute the values. Simplify. Here also we get root 388. We can split like this. After simplifying we get 2 root 97. See, from all these things we can easily say that opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal. So when opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal, it is related to rectangle. Therefore option B is correct. Dear students, I hope you have understood all these multiple choice questions. In part 2 we complete few more multiple choice questions. I hope you have understood. Still, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and share.